The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on NewsRadio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
All right, you found your way back to the Local Show, and it looks like Steve did too after several vacations in a row.
Oh my goodness!
You hear a familiar voice, and it's Steve, and well, it is the Steve Show. Well, a lot of people said that. They said, "Where's Steve?" I thought it was the Steve Show.
Nobody said that.
And I said, "It is," but
did you notice the wardrobe change I had from the last set?
No, a lot of times I don't like to look at your period.
I spilled on myself, so I'm wearing my black coat. So there was a slight little spillage on the break. So now we're back with
a wardrobe.
It happens, Tom.
What did you order from over at the gym?
I was. Did
you do jambalaya or something?
No, I actually did a burger.
Oh, a burger.
Burger. It was early for a burger, but I did a burger and a little ketchup went. So my red shirt had red ketchup on it. So what are you gonna do?
Well, you know what? It could have just as easily been me.
Well, you usually wear it pretty well.
I do.
Yeah.
In fact, my Ritter's Cleaners, shout out to them in North Syracuse, been around for a long time. They do my laundering.
I bet they're happy to see you.
He said to me on my couple of my tuck shirts, Tom, he goes, I can't get these stains out. He goes, you might be due for another couple shirts.
Yes.
So
Speaking of Italians, look who's here.
Yeah, Joe Scripa's with us, owner of the Scripa Group, Real Estate and Property Management. How are you, Joe?
Doing well. How about you, Tom?
Well, hanging right in there, buddy. Hanging right in. So, what's new in the world of real estate? Because
what's new?
The roads are done, aren't they?
The road. You know what? I mean,
South Bay's open.
The bridge is open.
Some of the roads are somewhat impressive, I got to say.
Yeah, they are.
I don't want to say the flyover, but this whole thing, the helicopter, whatever system they got going on 81 over by Circle Drive.
The flying bridge.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I got a little lost over there. I didn't know which lane to be in.
It's like you're in a different city, right?
Yeah, I was coming from DeWitt. From DeWitt to Cicero, I was like, which lane do I take? It looks like big city roads.
But the traffic moves, which is nice.
It does. It's interesting. It's a little bit of a spider web, it feels like.
Kelly tells me I'm doing the circle wrong over by Thompson Road. Sometimes.
How many times you go around?
I only go around once, but she goes, you're in the wrong lane.
I do three, or, I try to do an odd number.
I thought I was in the right one.
3, 5, 7.
Yeah.
Well, the traffic going through Burton is going to slow down pretty soon, isn't it?
With the bridge.
The bridge, it's one laner, man.
Yeah. We actually, speaking of Brewerton, my office is in Brewerton.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some amazing stuff going on up there. We are, overseeing a project that's going to be overlooking the water, some new buildings, a new 4-story building with a rooftop restaurant.
Beautiful.
No kidding.
Beautiful townhomes overlooking the water right there by the bridge.
Yeah, that's nice.
They'll be a little impeded by the bridge construction for a minute.
For a while.
Right.
So you say what's up in real estate, I think the big talk lately has been interest rates. Last week, President Trump tried to make a move on interest rates to impact it with purchasing $200 billion in mortgage-backed securities.
Yeah.
Right?
That would be awesome.
Everybody always thinks it's about the Fed. The Fed, believe it or not, so we've had 2 small rate cuts, and it hasn't impacted the rates.
Okay. Right? So banks are keeping the extra money?
Well, it's not about what the Fed does. I'm learning about it myself. And in a nutshell, it's this move that Donald Trump is making right now. They're not going into debt for it, which is surprising. They're using an excess of money that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have to buy these bonds, which will create a bigger spread with the Treasury bonds and therefore somehow lower the interest rates.
It controls where people put their money or pull their money.
Correct.
So it creates a vacuum and then rates will adjust. So that's fair.
So a week ago,
and I didn't realize that the Fed, even though it's called the Fed, is a private organization.
Yes.
It's not the government organization like people think.
About a week ago, when Trump announced this buyback of these securities for one day on Friday, a week and a day ago. For one day, the interest rates got below 6%.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? So they had a 5 in front of it. When we get there, historically, when there's a 5 in as the front number, it changes home buying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see
so
that.
right now, people are asking, is now a good time to sell? Well, the rates aren't quite there yet, but this is the writing on the wall that the rates are going to get there.
Yeah.
And my belief, after 25 years of experience and watching all these cycles, the minute we actually get a 5 in front of it, you're going to have a bunch of buyers rushing to make mortgage applications. Once those mortgage applications start to happen and the market gets in tune with that, what happens? Everybody lists, right?
Yes, for sure.
So I say list right now, be ahead of the game, because as those mortgage applications and approvals start coming in and we bust that 6% number, get down to 5.9 or something like that even, believe it or not, you're going to see more offers. The people that wait to list, in my opinion right now, are going to be waiting for that then rising inventory. And remember, it's a supply and demand market.
Absolutely.
So if inventory goes up, sales slow. Once again, you got more.
And the commercial market mirrors all of this. Is it any different?
No, it does not mirror it. Right now, the commercial market, look, we know that the ceremonial groundbreaking just took place for Micron. All the permits are issued. I think when we see that equipment get delivered to that site, which is going to be any day now, right? It's the real deal. If you
it's going to happen. Are they really going to do it, Joe? Is Micron coming?
Yeah. Well, Ryan McMahon just had a nice little news conference with some good information, and kudos to him. He did a great job. I got to say, one of the best real estate people I've ever met in my life. Listening to him talk about how he did the deals and pulled it all together is amazing. But what I'll say is, he just said one thing: just the ground clearing, pre-foundation, and a little bit of the site work.
Yeah.
$1 billion in the next 12 to 18 months. I don't care what city you're in. If there's $1 billion of activity happening somewhere, hotels, restaurants, commerce, people are, gas stations, everything is improving.
Wow.
Right.
I did not hear that number. That's
$1 billion. Yeah, you could
just to prep the space.
Right. One thing's for sure, everyone will benefit except me. So that I know. That's a for sure. I can tell you that.
Well, like we were just talking, Tom, I mean, we live in the same neighborhood. In a year ago, 2 years ago, I was seeing numbers, I think, of $100,000 more than we would see today.
Sure. Yeah.
So we really need that interest rate drop. And again, for people who are thinking about selling, the better time to list is right now before the drop, because if you're there when those buyers are getting approved, you'll be the first one.
And if you're a buyer, would now be the time to get a pre-qual letter?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because rates in February, in the month of February. Here's my crystal ball. Month of February, we get a rate drop. By let's say March or April, it's going to go right back up.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a little blip in the screen, but this is a government intervention to bring the numbers down, because the Fed can't do it.
Well, what could go wrong with the government involved?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So commercial real estate, residential real estate, and you and I, Joe, were talking about commercial stuff happening and things. Have a conversation with Joe Scripa, 452-1000.
1200.
Tom, did I read that wrong?
Yeah.
Like I always do.
It says 1,200.
No, it does right there. So let's try that. Joe Scripa, ScripaGroup.com. I got that right. 452-1200. Everybody now. Call Joe, 452-1200, and talk real estate stuff. Thanks for joining us, Joe.
Thanks for having me.